Hello everyone, it's Patrick and I am back to give you another wonderful video. I do apologize that I haven't been uploading. I have been on vacation in Las Vegas, Nevada, and school was terrible. So, today I'm going to give you a story time, and oh, let me tell you something else. I recorded some time that I spent in Las Vegas, and I'm going to be uploading that video. As soon as it finishes uploading, I'm going to put a link in the description of the video down below. But until that happens, yeah. So we are going to call this story "The English Teacher from," not even from hell, the English teacher from, forget it. We're just going to say the very, very, very terrible English teacher. Now, we are going to call her Miss Shaniqua De Bonquiqui. So, Miss Shaniqua De Guan, we're just going to call her Miss Johansson. So, Miss Johansson is a very homophobic teacher. Um, if you don't know what homophobic means, homophobia is when you basically believe that it's wrong to be homosexual, and homosexuality is when one person of a certain gender, let me say one person male, just so I can give you a better general idea, likes a person that's also male, homosexual. Homo coming from homo, the root word homo is a Greek word meaning the same, so it literally means same sexual. Um, but anyway, it's about October 31st, so around Halloween. Miss Johansson tasked us with creating a scary short story. So we all do it, and this boy, we're going to call him Richard. Richard basically rips a story off YouTube called Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. So in the story, this dude got raped by Shrek, and it was terrible and mentally scarring. I'll link the video in the description below. But, so he had to change a few words that he just knew he wasn't going to be able to say. Um, the C word, C-U-N-T, I'm not going to say that because I'm going to get hurt by somebody. I know I will. But he replaced that word with the word faggot. Now, he said the word twice. I'm going to say the sentence that he said. My dad came into my room and saw me praying to Shrek, and he called me a faggot. But he was just jealous of my devotion to Shrek. So I called him a faggot. My dad slaps me, and I'm laying on my bed. I'm very sad now. Now, notice that he said the word faggot twice in that sentence. Miss Piper, being the homophobic teacher that she is, she didn't see any problem with this, and even probably saw it as good that Rashard was being slightly homophobic, even though I kind of halfway think Rashard is homo too. But anyway, um, so she doesn't even look up when he says it. So we get down a few scary stories later. She gets mad at me and my best friend. We're gonna call him Omarion, even though everyone that I know see this video will know exactly who he is. But he says the word damn in his first sentence. Miss Piper gets mad at him, and Amari just takes the L basically. So I read mine, and mine was kind of like Edgar Allan Poe's story, The Telltale Heart. Now, mine was a bit more gruesome, but you know, I said the word testicle. So she goes on this whole thing about how it's terrible for me to talk about testicles in a classroom and how it's inappropriate for girls to hear the word testicle even though we're in 8th frickin' grade about to take a sexual education class and go into a human biology book, but that's none of my business. Um, she goes on this whole thing. So at the end of it, she said, "Don't ever say that again." I was like, I can't say testicle, but he can say faggot. So, of course, she says, yes, he can say faggot all he wants. It doesn't matter. So, okay, that was the first time that she had basically done some terrible stuff like that. But I was just going to let it go for that day. But then she pulls the same crap again, a different way. We have this thing called a constructive circle, which is when we put all our desks in a circle and basically work out any issue that's in a class. Sorry, I'm sick. So we work out any issue that's been going on in the class. But today we're just going to do a practice one. So that day, we go around the circle, and Miss Piper says, I don't like the whole... Oh, it's probably imperative that I tell you what the topic of conversation was. The topic of conversation was things that we don't like. So Miss Piper went about 3 times. First time... Dang it, I said her real name. Forget that I said that. But Miss Johansson. Miss Johansson said that she does not like this whole homosexual push that's going around the nation. So, of course, it's nothing I can really do about that because I am a terrible, scared little person, and I'm not trying to get suspended on my last year of middle school because I got to get my favorite high school. Cody, Dutchland. But no, I just copied off PewDiePie. I know some people will be talking about that. Say hi. Say hi, Cody. Now, she says she doesn't like this whole homosexual push, so I'm letting that go. So we go around again. She said, I don't like, she actually said, I do not like homosexual people. So we go around again, and the third time around, she says, I would not want my child going around thinking that homosexuality is okay. So after this, I go and I said something like, I don't like the school's green means or something like that. And my best friend Amarion says, I don't like Miss Johansson talking about she doesn't like gay people. So everybody's like, oh, thug life. So we get out the classroom. She calls Amari back in. And I can hear her from my locker, which is right next to her classroom. And she's saying, how dare you be disrespectful towards me in that way, and I'm going to need to talk to your parents, and blah, 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 blah. All of us pretty much really respected Omari for doing it because Miss Piper is a freaking turd, and she's a very, very controversial person. But, yes, this has been my story time. Second story time, yeah? Yeah, second story time. Now, I would like to say I am in no way against homosexuality. I'm not homosexual, but if some people are homosexual, that's none of my business. I mean, if I'm not homosexual, it's not really hurting me. Dang, what is that thing outside? Sorry, I have ADD. In fact, both of my neighbors are gay. Well, both of the people in my neighbors' houses are gay. So, I really don't have any feeling towards it. In fact, I did a project on why I think gay people should be allowed to have their various rights. Like when gay marriage wasn't fully legal, I did a PowerPoint presentation on why I thought it needed to be legal because, to be real, I'm not getting married. You're getting married. And what's the point of me coming in and intervening on why you need to not get married? I mean, for real. If you don't want to see them get married, then don't go to the wedding. You don't gotta keep them from getting married. It's not your civic duty. Well, that, guys, this has been my story time. I'm going to link Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life in the description and my blog as soon as... Now, that's pretty much it. Oh, by the way, I've been eating cheese. It's a whole bunch. Markiplier. If you don't remember him, he had this campaign and he had a bunch of Cheez-Its boxes on his head. But I'll see you guys later.